Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Let's get right into the video. Greetings from the red side. Yeah, I went a little bit overboard today. I do look like, what's her name? Sue Sylvester from Glee. But I'm here for it. And I'm also wearing red lipstick. I'm really fully out of my comfort zone at the moment. And also it's a liquid lipstick. And my lips are as dry as the Sahara Desert, so that's beautiful. Today I wanted to react to an episode of the WFABB podcast, Wake Up with WFABB. Now you might ask yourself, what the frick, what is that? WFABB is a group within the multi-level marketing company IGenius, which sells access, overpriced access I might add, to a financial literacy platform. It's a multi-level marketing company. That's not really what this entire thing is about. It's about recruitment, and these ladies are a part of a team in IGenius. WFABB was founded by Jasmine and I think her name was Kelly when they were in Monate, another multi-level marketing company, and over a year ago they switched over with their team. And this team has a daily podcast where the self-proclaimed leaders talk to people. I'm not fully sure if this is a podcast specifically designed for the people who are already in WFABB to be inspirational. This is a morning podcast. Wake up with us, start the day right, recruit people, or whether this is also a tool to reach out to others to join WFABB and IGenius in this case. I have not listened to this podcast, so we will see what is happening here, but I found it interesting because Happy New Year! Greetings from 2023 and the red side. It is a podcast by Sabrina, setting yourself up for success in 2023. And when I post this video, it will still be January, so I think this is fine. I wanted to react to this because it could be interesting. Because I'm reacting to a podcast, I do not have a lot of visual, actually no visual to show you, no reels, no posts, no other videos. And that is why I thought I would try to do my hair, focus on try, because I'm not good at doing my hair. And once again, with a focus on trying, I'm going to try to straighten my hair. This is a frizzy mess up here, so we will see. I'm not good at this. I hope I don't burn myself. And we will see what the outcome is. But this could be more interesting than just me sitting here doing
Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome back to Wake Up with WFABB. My name is Sabrina. You can follow me on Instagram at @SabrinaCvidal. And today's episode is going to be how to set yourself up for success in 2023. Now, what I'm going to be teaching you in today's episode is nothing new. It's nothing you've never heard before. It's nothing that, oh my God, you're going to leave this call and you've learned new things. No, but it's what you need. And the reason why I say that is because I know that half of you listening to this or watching this on the Zoom haven't done what we're going to be talking about on this call today. They haven't done it yet. Giving you guys a chance. I'm giving you guys a week to do it before the end of the year. I'm also hosting on the 30th, but I feel like this type of work should be done before the 30th even. So you are ready when January 1st starts. The truth is, and the problem is with a lot of people right now, is that they're waiting for January 1st to start something. Can you guys agree? Do you guys relate? Do you guys or maybe you don't relate, but it used to be you. You know, like, oh yeah, but I'm going to start on January 1st. Oh yeah, but like I'm going to start the gym on Monday. Oh yeah, but it didn't work this Monday, next Monday. Everybody does that. But the truth is, if you're really about it, 2023 is already started. My 2023, guys, I am already planning my weeks for 2023. I'm week 3. I started to plan January 16, January 21st, 23rd, and when I say plan, I already know what's happening every month of the year. It's not a problem, but I'm already planning day by day and January right now. Because that's what's going to help you really get success, guys. It's always thinking ahead and always looking at what can you do now to make tomorrow better.
I don't disagree with her. I'm also not a fan of starting things on January 1st or believing that I need to reset my body and my mind. If there are things you want to do in your life, if you want to set yourself up for success, do it beforehand and don't wait for January 1st. Also, most people will probably be very, very tired on January 1st or hungover, so not a good timing. I don't disagree with that. Get started beforehand. What I found awkward though is when she started the podcast, she said, "This is not going to be anything new for you." I don't know, maybe one of her New Year's resolutions should have been to not promote herself in such a way. Because if you start out a podcast or a call or a video with, well, what you're hearing here, that's not going to be interesting for you. It's not going to be anything new. You don't necessarily set yourself up for success. So why should I listen to this?
What can we do now to make tomorrow better? Because average people, what they do, they push what they can do today to tomorrow. Oh, but I'll do tomorrow. Oh, but I'll do it later. I'll do it when the kids are this. I'll do it when my teacher does this. I'll do it when my parents are not in the house. You never end up doing it. You end up pushing it away, 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 and then you don't do it. And then you stay the same, and then you complain. I'm not saying that's your case, but I'm saying most people, that's what they do. So now we're going to go through a series of points of what can we do to set ourselves up to success. Obviously, guys, I had to choose like the ones that spoke to me the most in terms of being more efficient, because I could say way more things than what I have for you guys today. And it's like for me, it's a never ending topic. It's like, I think I'm the queen of organization, reevaluation, goal setting, and all these things. So obviously, if you guys ever want me to go into one of these topics more in details, or there's something else I didn't talk about that you guys want me to talk about, just please let me know on Instagram, so I can provide you with the info you guys need. So the first thing we're going to cover today. Okay, so the title, setting yourself up for success in 2023, or how to set yourself up for success. And number one is to get rid of what's not serving you. Getting rid of what's not serving you. And by that, I mean thoughts, actions, and people. There's things right now that you are doing. There's things right now that you are seeing. And there's people right now that you talk to that are not serving you. I'm going to say, and I don't know how you want, I'm supposed to be saying this, but there's people in your life that you need to cut out from your life. Okay. And by cut off, I'm not saying cut them off completely. I'm not saying be crazy. I mean, if you want to, because that's what I did a couple of years ago. I went crazy. I went like, peace out, I'm out, everybody. Okay. But I'm not saying you should do that. What I'm saying is you cannot afford to have people in your life that don't support what you do or that don't love you for who you are. And if you right now have people in your life that judge what you do, that are not helping you, that are not serving you, that are not pushing you, why are they in your life for? Everybody that's in your life, and it can sound selfish, but I don't know, for you, 2023 sounds like it's my turn. It sounds like I'm putting myself first in 2023. What do you guys think here on the Zoom? Do you guys agree? Do you guys follow me? Or are you guys like, yeah, it's about time. It's about time that I put myself forward now. It's about time that I put myself first now, and instead of being a people pleaser and putting everybody on before me, right? It's that time, right? I think that we've been there, done that. Now it's time to put ourselves first, right? Now it's time to dominate. Now it's time to do things we've never done before. Well, let's start with you getting rid of the people that you should be getting rid of. And as I'm talking, you know who I'm talking about. And there's nobody that can tell you. And I swear, if a friend or a family member would come in and tell you, you need to get rid of that person, you will get mad and you will get triggered, because you know deep down that person is not good for you, but it hurts you to admit it. And it's okay. You have to also understand that some people are meant to be in our lives for a season of our life, and some people are there to be forever. And some people also meant to be in our life to make you learn something, to teach you something. Doesn't mean they're there to be forever. And sometimes it's heartbreaking, but sometimes it can be the best thing. Like, I've had people leave my life, guys. It was the hardest thing ever, but it's the best thing ever that happened to me. The best. But it was so hard. It was so hard. And for so long, I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'll like come back from this. Like, it's too much to handle. Sorry, I have something in my eye. But it was the best thing that happened to me. Okay. So get rid of these people, because the truth is, getting to the next level, doing things that you've never done before, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy to do things you don't want to do. It's not easy to go above and beyond. It's not easy to do all of that. So if you're consistently around people that are negative, that don't believe about your goals, that don't believe about what you do, that don't believe in you, you can't afford that. It's like, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Like today, It's whether you respect what I do, or we cannot be friends. It's period. You say one thing, I swear to God, you say one thing unaligned about what I do, you're cut off. It's done. I am not here to make anybody feel happy and comfortable about what I do with my life. Listen, I have people, because obviously you guys know I do network marketing, right? And trading and investing. Not everybody does that on this call, but I have best friends, guys, that would never, like when I tell you would never, ever do network marketing, like ever. They're the first one to support me. When I hit my 6-figure mark, my best friend, regardless of not wanting to do this or not, was the first one to come straight up to my house and congratulate me in person. That's the energy I need. I'm not saying you have to come up to my house to say congratulations, but that guy, I tried to recruit him 10,000 times, never going to work. He's not interested. He told me, but he's always going to be there for me. And that's something very, but very, very important for you guys to understand. No matter what it is that you do, I'm not saying people have to do what you do or be okay. Like, what I mean by that is, like, they don't have to be like, I love it, what you do. No, but they have to respect it. Because if you're consistently around people that bring seeds of doubt to your mind, seeds of self-doubt, of low confidence, and then you start overthinking, is that what I should do? Should I start my business? Should I go work for this job? Should I go to this program in university? Then guess what? You're not going to do it. You can't be around people that plant seeds of doubt in your mind consistently. You cannot afford to do that in 2023, no matter what it is that you do. It's like you go to school, and let's say you're the only one in your family that went to school, and all day long, everybody tells you school is dumb. You shouldn't go to school. You're wasting your time. School is not for you. School is not good. You're not going to succeed. You suck. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? That's just an example so you understand what I'm trying to say here. It sucks and it's heavy and you don't need it. What you need is people that tell you what you're doing. Listen, maybe I don't get it, but you got this. Oh my God, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't even understand what you do, but let's go. Oh no, you're gonna get that diploma. You're gonna get that degree. You're gonna get that job you've been wanting to have.
First of all, she said ordinary people do this and that and they don't plan their life. I don't like that verbiage. You're not an ordinary person if you are not in a multi-level marketing company, and you're also not an ordinary person if you don't like to plan your life. I'm a planner. I have plans A, B, and Z. And now with filming YouTube, I need to be more of a planner than I've ever been before. What days do I want to film? When do I have time to edit? Because the focus of my life is still my regular everyday job, and it shouldn't interfere with this. You don't have to push other people down to uplift yourself. She said a lot of interesting things that I don't disagree with. If people are not serving you, then maybe it's time to cut them out of your life. If people are not supporting you, maybe they're not really your friends. I don't disagree with that. But it is difficult when it comes from somebody who is in a multi-level marketing company. If you do something that is wrong, if you do something that is fraudulent, if you're in a multi-level marketing company and you put out a lot of deceptive language, a lot of lies, a lot of misinformation, as I have seen this specific individual do on social media consistently, then it is okay for people to speak up if you pitch them the opportunity to say, no, I'm not interested, and what you're saying is wrong, and here's the reason why. And if you're a family member, or in her case, as she said, a friend, and you consistently reach out to this person and you consistently try to recruit this person, then I would argue that that is a very, very difficult situation as well. If I were her friend and she would pitch me all the time, I would say, no, I don't support multi-level marketing. Stop doing this. Stop pitching me. At some point, I would have to cut you out of my life as well. It sucks. I agree with that. But there is a difference between you supporting a friend, you supporting somebody you love, and you supporting somebody who is in a multi-level marketing company who is involved in a very, very scammy and unethical business. You not supporting them means that you don't want to put money into their system. That's okay. You speaking up about multi-level marketing companies being a bad business decision is something else as not supporting someone. So I would distinguish between these two things. It sounds she is like on a Zoom call. Hey, you guys on the Zoom call, and not all of you are doing multi-level marketing companies. So I'm not sure who this podcast goes out to, but it does sound to me that she is on a team call and she's recording this as well. Weird that this is then uploaded in that way too, as a podcast. It sounds to me that this is for people who are in WFABB, who are in multi-level marketing. So I guess it's really an inspirational tool for them to have this podcast to speak to their downline. But let's see.
That's the energy you need in 2023. And I'm telling you, and it hurts, but not everybody's there to give you that. And that's okay. But you have to stop being a people pleaser here. Stop placing others before you and start asking yourself, who in my life right now is helping me, serving me, encouraging me, and respecting me? Those are the only people you should be getting. Listen, you should be doing 2 lists, as a matter of fact. The list of the people in your life that are in your life, whatever. They could be a friend, they could be a parent, they could be a mentor, they could be whatever it is, a business partner, whatever it is. But that list should consist of the people that are valuable to your life. And then, why don't we write down a list of the people that don't serve us in our life? Like the negative ones, the people that complain, the people that bring doubts to your life, the people that push you down, the people that are not evolving. Because you do have that one list. You just don't want to take it out. It's just every time you're trying to be honest with yourself, well, you stop doing it and you start thinking of something else. Because usually, sometimes what happens is that those people are people that we love, but not because we love them that they serve our mission here. And at some point, you'll have to choose, is it going to be yourself and your future, or are you going to keep putting others first? And then one day you turn back and realize you've never done anything because you kept putting people first. What is it going to be? Right now, I made the focus on people. It's not just people, it's the thoughts that you've been having. And I said that last week. You're going to wake up in the morning, you're going to write down in your affirmations in your journal how rich you are, how great you are, how amazing you are. But then you go all day, talk to your friends, and, oh, I suck, oh, I'm broke, oh, struggle is real, nothing works out for me. And you go and talk to your family, yo, my business, I don't even know if it's going to be. But you want to have success now. But you're rich now and you're great and you're successful. But all day you go out there and talk about other things, or you do other things. Oh yeah, so I want to do this. I want a dream body, and I want to quit my job, and I want to make $10,000 a month. You never work. You snooze your alarm every single day. You don't work on your mission, right? You go out every weekend, 3 times a week. There's things that you're doing right now that are not in alignment with what it is that you're asking for. At the end of the day, guys, you do whatever you want. But if you're asking for something great, then you understand there's things you're going to have to sacrifice. And that's one thing that it's not easy, but like one thing I've learned, guys, when I started to go all in, and because I've been in this industry for 2 years, very all in energy, crazy. My life completely changed a year ago. Because after 6 months, I hit, a certain, like everything changed like crazy, radically for me. And so I'm always trying to think, okay, so what happened for me I've been doing this for 2 years, but my biggest success ever has been in the last year. What did I do? Guys, I sacrificed. I mean, I did a lot of things, but one of them was sacrificed. My night outs, seeing my friends, doing the things that maybe I would like to do at my age, because I'm young, I'm in my 20s, right? Until I came to realize, well, right now is the time to hustle. I'll chill in my 30s. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm thinking right now. But it comes with a lot of sacrifice, and it requires a different type of mindset to be able to cut off the people in your life, cut off the actions and habits that are not serving you, cutting off the thoughts that are not serving you, and then doing what you're supposed to be doing. But the first step to all of that is being aware. Is writing it down, is evaluating what's your current situation, evaluating what are the things that you can do to change that, and you go from there, right? You go from there. So that was number 1.
I don't disagree with a lot of these things once again. Put yourself first. That can be very healthy. Be selfish to a certain degree. That can be very healthy. If people don't fit into your life while you're doing that, well, yeah, sometimes you have to cut people out. But once again, in the multi-level marketing context, I find that very, very difficult. I want to be a super duper business owner, but then I go out and party 3 times a week. That is not serving me. Me doing this and me doing that is not going to be very helpful for my business. That is something that I find very difficult, because you can go out with your friends and you can also be in the company of people who disagree with what you do and benefit off of that, because maybe these people have some input that might be beneficial for you to see, that you're caught up in a system that is not beneficial for you. But you'd rather cut those people out than do the actual learning and understand that you being in IGenius And you being successful in IGenius means that you have to stab on the back of probably dozens, if not even hundreds of people. Why do you put all of this effort into an MLM? You're not a business owner. And this is setting herself and others up for loss, in my opinion. You're not running your own business. If you ran your own business and you were an entrepreneur, you would have to sacrifice, yes. But you're an independently contracted salesperson. You're not building anything that is your own. You're working for another company. You're shilling IGenius platform for free until somebody joins you, until somebody wants to be your customer or join your downline, which in IGenius is essentially the same thing. Either you're a customer, that means you use the platform, but you haven't recruited one, or you are a multi-level marketing person and you will also try to recruit people. I find that very, very misleading once again. She is in a multi-level marketing company. She's in her 20s. Does she really believe that she will be able to make all the money in the world in her 20s so that she can retire in her 30s? That is very, very unlikely. Even if you're able to make some money in an MLM, or even if you're seen as a leader, it is highly unlikely that that will happen. Only the tippity top of people are able to make millions so that they're able to probably quote unquote retire in their 30s. But then you also have a living standard that you might need to upkeep. And these people in that case, I guess they would have to stay in the MLM business as long as they can. Because if you have a certain lifestyle and you depend on a certain income, on hundreds of thousands of dollars every month or millions of dollars every year, even these people will struggle at some point. So this sounds very much like a house of cards. And you're going to bust your butt in your 20s in the hopes that you will make a lot of money in your 30s. Maybe this is going to work out for her. Maybe she's the exception to the rule. But over 99% of people in multi-level marketing companies are losing money. So it doesn't sound like a smart plan for me to bust your butt in your 20s in a business that will very, very likely leave you losing a lot of money.
I think it's enough, right? I think we get it. Oops, stay muted, guys. Right? So that was number one. Number two. So in number one, we got rid of what's not serving us, the people that are not serving us, the thoughts that are not serving us, the habits that are not serving us. Okay, so let's say you want to be, I'm just going to give a last example. Let's say you want to wake up early, but you keep snoozing your alarm. If you've been waking up at 11, well, for the next week, try to wake up at the time you want to wake up in January, because January 1st, it's not the first day of the year. It's like January 1st, it's already there. It's already there. Like on January 1st, you should start, and there's no new things to try out. It's done. It's there. The new you is on action. It should be activated from way before that. It's not like on January 1st, I'm going to write down my goals. And on January 1st, I'm going to plan my calendar. No, that should be done before January 1st. Okay, just so we understand. So number two, goal setting / evaluation. Now you got rid of what's not serving you. You got rid of the people, the action. It's hard, it hurts, it sucks. You maybe cry a little. It's okay. I'm not saying, by the way, send paragraphs to your friends like, listen, our stories together ends here. We are no longer going to be friends. Like, you don't got to do all of that. You just have to have a mental note. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of you guys after this call are going to be like, okay, so we are no longer friends. Like, I'm not responsible for this. Okay. But yeah, so number two, goal setting. So the first thing I like to do, guys, is a Q4 evaluation. If you've been with me on Wake Up With WFABB, I do Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. If ever we talk about goals, it's on my call. Okay, so Q4 evaluation. Now, before you move on to the next year, it's important for you to know what you did well, what you didn't do well, what you're going to be improving moving forward. So the first question, I have multiple things. You're not going to do them on this call. I want you to take notes after this call, this week and next week. You answer all of these. Okay. So the first one is going to be the Q4 evaluation. There's 3 questions you're going to be answering. Number one, what did I do well in the last 90 days? You could do this for Q1 or the whole year. What did I do well this year? What did I do well in the last 90 days? What did I do well for Q4? No, all of these things, no matter, you could do for a year, for 3 months, for a month, that doesn't really matter. Okay. Then the second question is, what didn't I do so well in the last 90 days, in the last year, in the last month, depending on how you do it? Because if you've done it just with quarters, maybe just do Q4. So first question, what did I do well in the last 90 days? Second question, what didn't I do so well? You always start with the positive and then you have to go and be honest with yourself. And guys, nobody's going to read those things. Like, be honest. If you've been sneezing your alarm, if you've been skipping the morning routine, you've been skipping the morning routine. What do you want me to tell you? Like, it is what it is. You're human too. It's not the end of the world. Like, honestly, I get it. Like, even I'm very hard on myself, but sometimes it's like, it's life. Okay, you missed out. Okay, for 1 week, you didn't wake up. Okay, whatever. You didn't do well, but what are you going to do to get better? That's it. You know, the third question is, what am I going to improve moving forward? What am I going to improve on moving forward? So now you know what you did well. You know what you didn't do so well that, you know, I could have done better with this. You know, I could have done this instead. And so now you know. So that's your Q4 evaluation. Do we need me to go over the questions again, or are we good? We're good? Okay, perfect. So after...
It is good to evaluate occasionally. What did I do well? What didn't go so well? And how do I change the things I want to change? I don't disagree with that. In a multi-level marketing company, or if this is specific for building your business in MLMs, this is also not necessarily a bad advice, but I don't think it is going to be very helpful because you rely on so many things working in your favor, like joining the company at the right time, being able to recruit a lot of people, and these people being able to stay in the company for as long as possible, paying into the system so that you can profit off of them, and also being able to recruit people over and over and over again. There are so many things connected to MLMs that you can make all the plans in the world and it might not work out for you.
What's the third one? What am I going to improve on moving forward? Meaning, you know what you're doing good, you know what you didn't do so good, and now it's time to evaluate okay, now that I know these things, what am I going to get better at? What am I going to improve on? What am I going to start doing? What new habits I'm going to start incorporating? What, you know, all of the above. Okay, so that was the first part of goal setting and evaluation. The part two is having a goals bucket list. I love it. I love to have this. It's great. A goals bucket list. I'm giving you all my tips. Okay, no, maybe I don't know if all of them, but a lot of them. So I did a goals bucket list this year. Let me try to find it. It was really good. And you know what? I like it. I like it because throughout the year, you can go back and check your goals, you know, like one of them was hit 6-figure for me and I did it. And so I remember I went back when I did it, I went back and I was like, you know, like I even put some random stuff. So, you know, all of the mine is 3-page of goals bucket list. So basically you just write down things that you want. But the way I do it is I incorporate big things and small things, like complete the first 90 days run, as if I wasn't going to get through 3, you know what I mean? Like that was honestly a little for me just to go back and check it. You know, I said read 2 books, read 5 books, read 10 books. So every time I could go back and check because I read more than 10 this year, right? And so yeah, okay, a goals bucket list, and just whatever it is, if ever maybe you just want to go for a road trip, that could be a little goal in there. It has to be, whether it's small or big, it goes in your goals bucket list. And I put a little square and I go back throughout as the year goes by, and I go and check back my goals. And you want to know why? Because personally, I like breaking down my goals into, I have big goals and I have smaller goals, because what happens is that some people will write down some big goals. And then what happens is that after 3 months of this new year, let's say your goal on your, because I have also my vision board, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And so let's say on your vision board, you have a Lamborghini and you have that penthouse in Miami. Okay, in 3 months from now, you still don't drive your Lamborghini and you still don't live in Miami. In 6 months from now, you still don't drive that Lamborghini, you still don't live in Miami. Okay, whatever. And 9 months from now, you still don't drive that Lamborghini, you still don't. Okay, you know what happens? You start looking at your board and you're like, damn, I suck. But the truth is, you don't suck. You actually really don't. You started waking up early. You started your brand new business. So you have agenda now. You got your shit together. You go to the gym. You eat well. You have a team. You make a shit ton of money. You just don't drive the Lamborghini yet. But that's because you dream very big on your vision board. So what I like to do is I like to put my big dreams next to easy dreams. Listen, I'm going to tell you a little. I put on my vision board things that I know I'm getting like in January, in February. Like, listen, I've been wanting an essential hoodie. Guys, It's not it's like what, $200. It's not the end of the world. It's nothing fancy. But because I know it's like a reverse psychology, I know I'm getting it. I'm shopping for it right now. You know why I'm doing this? Because when I get it, I'll look at my vision board and be like, check. When I get my Cartier ring, check. Things that are easy. So as the year goes by, I'm increasing my belief and increasing my confidence in my abilities, because I'm like, yo, I'm getting these things done. Which is why, again, in my goals bucket list, I put read 2 books. I knew I was going to read over 10 books, but it's like, okay, now I've done 2. Okay, nice. 5. Okay, nice. Let's go. We're on track. We're doing what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? I feel like when you have smaller accomplishable goals, it just, as you go, just keeps you going and kind of increases your belief and confidence in yourself. Whereas if you only have big goals that are really hard to achieve and that will take you 3 years, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great. But for some people, it will just make you feel a little lower. You'll just feel like, damn, I'm not accomplishing my goals, even though you've done things that are amazing. Which is why I write down smaller goals, big goals, and I just kind of help myself there. And this year, like I'm going to tell you about my vision board in a minute. So after that, what you want to write is a manifesto.
Okay, I'm pausing here. I didn't disagree with this bucket list. Yeah, make a list of things you want to achieve, and also be mindful that there are smaller goals and bigger goals in there, because it is very likely that you will not achieve your bigger goals within a year. So yeah, that makes sense. I do set myself goals for periods of time. Some of them are bigger goals and some of them are smaller goals. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't like this. Well, I'm succeeding. I just don't have my Lamborghini yet and my penthouse in Miami. This is something that is this very superficial MLM verbiage. It just means that you want to do well in the MLM you're in. And you have to show off your wealth, of course, because you have to present it on social media to people who are on your team, to people you want to recruit, etc. So that is something I always find very, very superficial. But I don't disagree with a bucket list. And hey, if it is your goal to have a penthouse in Miami and to have a Lamborghini, perfect, go for it. I'm not a fan of vision boards or draw my life situations. I don't know why. But let's hear what she has to say about those. Manifesto. Now we're getting into the culty part, I feel.
You want to write a manifesto. A manifesto is a declaration to yourself in the present, in a year from now, everything you want to have accomplished, but as if it's done. So for example, hello, dear Cynthia. Today is December 25th, 2023. Okay. And as I'm wrapping my Christmas gifts, it could be dramatic, it could not be dramatic, I am so proud of the woman you've become. I'm so proud that you finally bought that XYZ car you've always wanted. I'm so proud that you were able to move out to your dream condo. I'm so proud that you started to make 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 4,000, whatever it is, a month, but you talk as if it's done in the present tense. It has to be you, like writing a letter to you in a year from now. Guys, this is so powerful. If you don't shed a little tear, it's not deep enough. Okay. I got emotional writing mine last year, which I'm excited. I've already read it again, but I want to read it before writing the one for next year. Because personally, I'm keeping everything to do on the 26th or the 27th. My goals and everything, like I already started, but like on my new notebook, and I'm a little extra, guys, like everything has to be clean and organized. So I'm a little crazy on that one. And I was like, I want to wait for the holidays, because to write down your goals, you must be in a place of feeling good. And since I'm going to be spending 2 days with my family and just relaxing and super gay, I'm like, yo, on the 26th, there's no way I'm not like vibrating high and like super happy. And you know what I mean? So I was like, those are the days for me, because I've been like on work mode right now before the holidays. I haven't taken the time to just like been working a lot so I could take days off, so personally, that's what I'm going to be doing, but you can do them tonight. I already started every day writing goals, things that I think of. So that way, when I sit down and get to the clean version, you know what I mean? I have all of my ideas there, because sometimes new ideas pop up. If I was you, I would have whether Post-it, a little notebook, or notes on my phone where you can drop your ideas down, because maybe you'll be shopping for Christmas and you get, oh my God, yes, that's what I want but then you forget. So these things, I write them down. Because sometimes I have new ideas, and those are the best ones. The one that comes out of the blue and that you didn't expect to have, those are the best ideas for you. So a manifesto. Then you should write a goal card. Right? A goal card is just you writing down your goal. For example, I'm so happy and grateful now, fill in the blank. I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $10,000 a month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I move out on my own. I'm so happy and grateful now that I started my business. I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $15,000 a month. I'm so happy and grateful now that, fill the blank. You could put a date by March 31st. You could have a goal for the first quarter of the year, for the 2 quarters of the year, for the whole year, or no dates at all. I am willing to, what are you willing to sacrifice, give, do to get to that goal? I'm willing to be disciplined. I'm willing to be on routine. I'm willing to wake up early. I'm willing to give up all distractions, remove the people that are not supposed to be in my life, and be disciplined and this, whatever it is. Right? Thank you, God. It is done. That's the way I write down my goal card. Okay. Obviously, it's going to look different in what you do. Mine will look different than yours. It could be business related. It could be personal life, fitness. It could be relationships. It could be whatever your goals are. And the main thing, just remember that the main thing is the main thing always. Main thing is always the main thing. Okay. And then one last thing, if you want to do, guys, do a vision board. If you're on the Zoom, I'm going to show you mine because I have it right there. I have to put it up on the wall. But that's my vision board for those on the Zoom. It's huge. So, there's a little bit of everything. The way I organized it was like, this is like my personal stuff, like what I'm doing for me, things that I love, things that I want to do for my personal life. At the bottom here is more so everything business, everything in my business that I do to get to the income that I need to give me all of this. Then this is like personal life again. And here is more luxury stuff, like things that are luxury, like a car, a certain purse. I didn't go crazy because I still have the one from last year I could show you, but it's in my closet. And it was a lot of fluff. Like, for example, what I mean by that is like, I last year I put a private jet. I want a private jet, don't get me wrong, but I know I'm not going to get it this year. Like, I know even if I become a millionaire, do you know how much it is to own a jet or to rent a jet?
Once again, I don't necessarily disagree with the basis of what she says. I mean, please don't write a manifesto thinking yourself what you've achieved. That is dumb, in my opinion. Sorry, I don't want to offend anybody who believes that that is great. Just because you write a manifesto and you tell yourself in the future how proud you are of yourself, that you have all of these financial abilities now and all of these goods, doesn't mean that you will get them. You still have to work towards them. And if you're in a multi-level marketing company, it is highly unlikely that you will achieve these goals because the way the system in an MLM is set up is for you to fail. Make a vision board if you want that. Yes, of course. This is what I want from an emotional perspective, from a physical perspective. These are the financial goals I have. It doesn't benefit me. I don't need to see that on a vision board. And I also don't need to write my goals down because I know what my goals are. I make sure that my goals are achievable. There are some bigger goals and I don't necessarily have a timeline for these. So I will just work as I go along, which I also think is fine. And I do make lists every single day for the things I want to do because then they're out of my brain and I can focus on other things like grocery list, shopping list. Do I need to go to the post office today? Do I need to get rid of recycling trash today? Did I want to vacuum my apartment today? All of these things are things that I personally write down. Make whatever list you want, but I would not do a manifesto. Also, I'm already finished with my hair. It's not, it's not perfect. I said I will try to straighten my hair, but now I don't have anything else to do, so I'm just gonna sit here with you and react to the audio. So sorry, it might be a little awkward.
So I would be dumb to rent a jet this year, even though I will make that money. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not on there. Doesn't mean I don't want a jet. Who doesn't want a freaking jet? You know what I mean? But I know, and I'm very realistic. If I know that it's not possible, if the math is not mathing, I won't believe it.
That's the culty shit I don't like about MLM people. And I know I'm generalizing here. I have on my vision board that I want a private jet. Great for planet Earth, by the way. Private jets are one way to destroy them really, really fast. Why do you have a private jet on your vision board? You will not get a private jet. I'm putting it out here. I'm sorry, but you won't. I might not have it today, I might not have it tomorrow, I'm aware it's pricey, but I will get there. These are all of these status items that are so meaningless. If you have a lot of money, you can just get a regular flight. First class, business class, you're good to go. That's my belief. A private jet, that is dumb. Sorry if your goal is to have a private jet. I just think it's dumb. Private jets are stupid. I've never been in a private jet, but it's not something that sounds enticing to me. It is just materialistic luxury shit nobody needs.
And like, yes, I get it. You can manifest anything, but it's just being smart. Yes, you can make the money, but doesn't mean because you have the money, you can rent the jet right away. It's like dumb. There's other things to do before that. So I was like, this year I'm going to be more simple, straight to the point, what I need, what I want, what I know it's going to get done. That way I feel good throughout the year. So that's the way I did it. But maybe you need to put that Lambo on. You do whatever works for you and whatever you need to get to moving and to get to work. That's what matters. Okay. Yes, right now it's not on the wall. I'm gonna have to put it on the wall. And then yes, I do look at it every day. Just look at it and everything. I just try to see where I'm gonna put it, whether there or that side. I'll see. But that's pretty much it. So that was part 2. Number 2 or whatever. Okay. So number 3, getting organized. Getting organized. So before the new year start, you should start already thinking of a new DMO, daily method of operation, of a new schedule, of your new habits that you're going to implement, of everything new that you're going to be doing. Okay. So your new schedule, if you need a planner, go and buy it now. If there's certain notebooks you're going to need, do it now. If you want to change up your desk setup, do it now. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking all of these things off because I have a sign coming up pretty soon that's going to be on my wall here. And so it looks naked because I took everything out. I'm going to take these out. Right? Because it's just going to be a plain wall with my sign right here, which you guys are going to see on Wake Up With WFABB. Hopefully, I'm not sure it's going to come for next week, but it was supposed to. And so if you need for example, I have this big calendar on this wall right there, like a calendar that I can write on it. If you need that, buy it now. If you need a whiteboard, buy it now. If you need, like now it's time to get organized in your space. It's like I switched up my place already. Now what I have to clean is inside my, like I have these drawers inside my desk, right? I have to clean them up. I do this every year. I'm going to switch it up. There's things I don't need anymore. There's things you got to throw, little switch up, like my books. I had the books right here, like that I've already read, and now I'm going to move them away because I already read these books and it's taking too much space and all that. So you really have to declutter your space and get organized in what it is that you're going to do. Like, for example, you guys know I'm very intense on my planner, very intense. And so what I did before starting the new one, listen, I'm not joking here. I just find, I want to show you for the people on the Zoom. I took some time to reevaluate my new color coding because I work with colors and I wanted to do something different. So I switched up the colors. I pick a random page in my old one. I tried on some things and then
If you know where that Zoom recording is available, please let me know. It might be more interesting to react also to the video, to the visual. But I find that rather lazy. You do take time out of your day to upload a podcast episode every single day to inspire people, but then you're also simultaneously on a Zoom call and you upload that very thing. It just sounds awkward if you listen to a podcast and people are doing something and you cannot follow it. So yeah, sorry for that. If you know where the video is, let me know. That might be beneficial.
New color coding. Because I work with colors and I wanted to do something different. So I switched up the colors. I pick a random page in my old one. I tried on some things and then I took my new agenda and I went on, you know what I mean? Like little things like that needs to be done now. I'm not going to start figuring this out on January 1st, guys. Like, you know what I mean? You want to figure this now. You want to start planning your first week of January now. You should already know what you're doing January 1st, what you're doing January 2nd. If you want to be ready, of course. If you want to be ready, of course. Okay, sorry, this wasn't.
I don't.
Nope. And so that's going to be very, very, very important for you guys to do right now to really get organized on the new things that you wanted. Obviously, guys, like, just so you know, maybe you're going to write down a routine and it's not going to be the routine you keep forever. Maybe after 1 week of trying it, you're going to realize that it's not the right one for you. And it's okay. It's okay. Listen, when I started 2022, guys, I started with a routine and I started to realize after the first month, I forgot because I'm very like, Listen, I don't work and go to school, but it looks as if I have a full-time job and I go to school because my busy so like my schedule is so packed. Okay. And I pack myself back to back to back. Like, but what I had an issue that I did was a mistake I made. I forgot to time my lunch and my breaks. So it's like sometimes like I'm hungry, like I want to eat something. And so I would eat, but then it would put me back like on my schedule. I wouldn't be on time. And then because I'm not on time, then I'm running, you know what I mean? So then what I had to do for the next month, I'm like, okay, so I'm going to schedule my time to eat. So that I would give myself an hour. That way, if ever I have the time and I'm not running late, because that would affect me to be like, okay, I was supposed to start this at 3 and it's like 3:45, but it's like, I have to eat, you know what I mean? So little things like that. Yes, Amazon's, and mine is from Indigo, Renaud Bré, if you're in Montreal, Michael's, all of these things too. Yeah. Omer Dessert aussi, but I wanted mine black. I'm so sad they didn't have any, and I have to go with gray, but it pisses me off a little because this notebook is black. I make everything matchy and it's not working. Anyways, I'm a little intense. Like last year, everything was pink and I wanted everything black. But anyways, those things make me happy, guys. That's who I am. So you want to get organized, all of these things, guys, get them now. If you still don't have your new planner for 2023, go and get it today. Don't wait on Monday or Tuesday. Go get it today. You need a whiteboard, order it today. Go on Amazon, make yourself a card. Listen, I already bought my new highlighters. Those are, the good ones, like cute aesthetic ones. Right. So, if you need new pens, if you need new whatever, do it now. Make a cart today. Go to the store now. Don't wait. You're not going to do it. And then you're going to be pissed. It's too late. Okay. So that was number 3, getting organized. I think we get it. Right.
Yeah, I think we get it. I mean, it is very, very simple. I don't disagree with her. Be organized and adjust as you go through the year. And I also don't disagree with putting certain blockers in your day to eat. But this could have been explained in 30 seconds or even less. Be organized, adjust as you go. And that's what I do as well when I'm working. I have blockers in my calendar where I can have lunch. I want to have a lunch break. Otherwise I get hangry and then I'm yelling at people. I'm not yelling at people. That's why I'm eating. Yeah, do that. That is very, very useful. It could have been explained in short. Let's continue.
We've learned this year that in order to get what it is that we're asking for, we must what? Be in a place of feeling good, right? So what I want you to do, number 4, is focus on being in a place of feeling good. We know that, guys. I feel like this year on Wake Up With WFABB, we've talked so much about manifestation. We've talked so much about how to feel good. We've talked so much about mindset, about good things, about the spiritual side of success, the physical side of success, all of these things. What you can understand by now is like, okay, if I want to get things that I want, I need to be in a place of feeling good. So focus and be intentional with feeling good this year, with wanting to feel good this year, because you know that you will only attract what you want if you're in a place of feeling good. You know that we got this covered already, right? I don't even think that I need to go over it because you guys know. It makes sense. You know that if you're not in a place of feeling good, you're not in a place of allowing the blessing into your life. Therefore, you will not attract them. You will not receive them. Okay, so that's just a little point that I wanted to cover. That is self-explanatory. Focus on being in a place of feeling good, meaning when you feel good, you do good. When you do good, you get good results. When you get good results, you do good. When you feel good, when you feel good, you do good. When you do good, you know what I mean? All of that. And not only that, but you're also in a state of allowing the blessings into your life, the blessings you're asking for. Okay, now number 5.
Mindset is a thing that is huge in multi-level marketing companies, because if you enter a business opportunity that sucks ass for most people, and that is designed for the majority of people to not make money and to financially not be successful, how do you keep people interested in this business? By mindset. You need to work on your mindset. If you change your thinking, if you change your way of being an entrepreneur, which you're not when you're in an MLM, but okay, then you will succeed. You have to go through phases where you have to suffer, where you have to stretch yourself. That is something that is very, very typical for multi-level marketing companies, and I find it dangerous because in the end, mindset is just a tool to keep you in the MLM when you start to realize that you're not making any money. And it is realistic, and it is good, and it is okay. If you recognize that something doesn't serve you because you're putting money into it over and over and over again every single month, but you don't get that much in return, and you're financially operating at a loss, it's good to get out of there. But I don't disagree with her when she says, have a positive outlook on things, because if you're not positive, positive things will not happen to you. I don't think it is that simple. You can be the most positive person on planet Earth. That doesn't mean that you will do well in all situations of life, but having a positive outlook on life, the overall situation you're in, and you trying to see the positive in things is going to be of advantage. Now, that doesn't mean that you cannot critique things, that you cannot stop a situation, a relationship, or a job that doesn't serve you. Once again, if it is negative, if you don't make money, if friends are mean to you consistently, if you're the butt of the joke all the time, it is also okay to leave that. But to have a positive outlook on things and to be able to enjoy your life is something I agree with as well.
Number 5 that I want you guys to apply in 2023, because you know it, but maybe you don't apply it, understanding the difference between motivation and dedication. In 2023, can we please stop relying on motivation? Can we please stop being emotional about that? Can we please be dedicated? Because I hope you understand that motivation is only a feeling and it fades away. And I've said it many times this year, yet a lot of people rely on motivation. And I've said it too. If you rely on motivation, you're one step away from quitting. You're one action away from quitting. Why? Because it is a feeling. It is a feeling and it fades away. Do you think I'm motivated this morning? Not really. Not really. Like, it's Christmas tomorrow. I wish I could be in bed. Of course, I'm sure, a bunch of Netflix. I never watch movies. So of course I would like to watch a movie right now, right? What keeps me going is my dedication. Is why I'm here. Why I'm a host on this podcast. Why I'm an entrepreneur. So that's why I keep going. Do you think every Monday morning I'm like, it's Monday, woohoo? No. I mean, yes, most of the time, I honestly do love Mondays. Not gonna lie, they're like the best. It's like around Wednesday, you start losing that motivation. It's Wednesday, you're like, is it Friday yet? No, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, but if you keep relying on motivation, you're letting outside circumstances have a control over what you do. Meaning you're going to leave this call. It's easy to be motivated. Like I just talked about how you're going to set yourself up for success, goal setting, motivation, getting ready. It's easy to get off this call and be like, okay, I'm going to go by this plan. I'm going to do this and do that and do this and do that. You're motivated now. You're going to be motivated to January 1st, January 2nd, January. You know when it's going to start kicking in? January 17th, January 18th, 19, 20, February. Then you're like, shit, starting to get tired. I'm not motivated anymore. People piss me off. I didn't get what I wanted yet. Or maybe you did, but you still want more. What's going to keep you going when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you're overworked, is your dedication. And dedication is always doing the things you said you would, even when you don't feel like it. Listen, there was a lot of things I wasn't feeling like it this week. I still got them done. Because you don't get what you deserve, you get what you work for. You get what you work for. Which brings me to my last point of today.
Motivation versus dedication. That is something we also typically hear on these MLM calls. You might be motivated now. That's why I'm on this call, to motivate you, to brainwash you so that you can stay in the company. But I also need you to work, and I also need you to continue to do that after the motivation fades off. And once again, I don't fully disagree with her. If you're motivated to do something, that will have to transform into a routine at some point. What is this? Baby shark? This will have to transform into a routine at some point. You can be as motivated as you want. That will eventually simmer down. And you might have other things in life that might come in your way. But if you really want to do something, you need to prioritize this. I don't disagree with that. In the context of multi-level marketing companies, I find that critical. If you're motivated and you want to do it, and then you realize, it is not that easy to recruit people. It is not that easy to sell products. In that case, your motivation doesn't necessarily have to become dedication. It is also worth in that situation to take a step back and to consider, maybe there's something wrong with what I'm doing.
Consistency and hard work. Hard work works. And I'm never going to say it enough. And we talk about manifestation a lot and law of attraction a lot. You could be the biggest manifestation guru. If you don't work, it won't work. Yes, success is 90% spiritual and 10% physical. The 10% matters. If there's lacking, can repeat 6, consistency and hard work. If you don't have the hard work part, if you don't have the physical work part, it's not going to happen. A lot of people just think that they're going to write down in their journal, they're going to manifest, meditate, and yay, it's done. No, it's not done. I mean, that's required. Do that part, but you also have to do the work part, like the waking up early, like the doing what you have to do, like the showing up to the gym, right? You have to do that part. It matters. And I feel like, I know we talk a lot about manifestation and I talk about it a lot, guys, but don't get me wrong. You got to work. You got to stay consistent. A lot of people want success and want results, but are not able to stay consistent at one thing for 3 months. Build that consistency this year. Give yourself that promise that you're going to be consistent in 2023. Be intentional. Set that intention. In 2023, I'm being intentional. I'm being consistent. I'm going to work hard and be in a place of feeling good. And if you have all of these, oh my God, like, guys, you're going to accomplish it all. Like, you're going to really accomplish it all. There's no way. Like, if you have all of these components together, you're consistent, you're working hard, you're being intentional, and you're in a place of feeling good, guys, everything you ask for, you will receive. You'll ask and it will be given. That's how it is. But you can't skip the work part. You can't skip the part where you have to do things that you don't always want to do. You can't skip the part that you'll have to sacrifice some fun nights. It is what it is. And, we say it a lot, like, becoming rich is hard, becoming extremely successful is hard, but so is doing nothing. So is not having the means. So is staying at the same place that you were a year ago. So you really have to ask yourself, what do you want? Because some of you guys are not interested into becoming that biggest millionaire. Maybe you just want to live a life of happiness, of being comfortable. But in today's reality, it's still hard to just have that. Right? With this
hard work works? No, not in an MLM. So can we drop that in 2023? That is one of my goals. Do not hear people say that all the time. Working hard and being consistent is important in whatever you do. Yes, if you don't do anything and if you're not consistent doing it, it is very likely that you will not be successful. But being in a multi-level marketing company doesn't mean that you will be successful when you work hard. You could work 365 days of the year, 7 days a week, and not receive anything in return. The people who are at the top of multi-level marketing companies or who are self-proclaimed leaders are people that will try to tell you that they were the people that were working hard. I'm the hardest worker in the room. I have the most dedication and I have the most motivation. That is why I'm at the top. People who are leaders were very likely able to join early and they were able to recruit a lot of people. That's the only difference. When you're at the bottom of the pyramid, that doesn't mean that you don't work. I would like for people to drop this in 2023 because it is a completely false misrepresentation of what is actually happening out there in multi-level marketing companies. Being consistent is also important, yes, but once again, in the context of MLMs, you can be as consistent as you want to and do the same steps for a year, every single day, and you might not see any return of your investment. You might not be able to sell a single product, and you might not be able to recruit enough people to cover your cost. So that is false.
It is what it is. And, we say it a lot, like, becoming rich is hard, becoming extremely successful is hard, but so is doing nothing. So is not having the means. So is staying at the same place that you were a year ago. So you really have to ask yourself, what do you want? Because some of you guys are not interested into becoming that biggest millionaire. Maybe you just want to live a life of happiness, of being comfortable.
Good, I jumped back. People who are in MLMs are probably promised that they will make a lot of money, or at least that they have the opportunity. Now, not everybody wants to be a millionaire, but everybody wants to do financially well so that they can focus on the things they actually want to focus on. Can we also stop doing this? Well, maybe you don't want to be a millionaire. That's why you're not working as hard as I am. That is bullcrap. The people who are at the bottom of the pyramid are not there because they're not consistent, because they're not working hard, and because they don't want to become millionaires. Stop it.
But in today's reality, it's still hard to just have that. Right? With this current situation, what's happening in the world with the economy and all that stuff, just doing good and feeling good is hard nowadays. Right? So you really have to ask yourself what it is that you want. And if you go after one of these things, all of the points we covered today, the 6 points, you're set up for 2023. I literally gave you a whole game plan on how you're going to get your shit together before 2023. Like I said, I didn't teach you nothing new. You're not going to leave this call as if I've taught you something so new. Oh my God, you've never seen this information before. No, but you needed it. But you needed it because all of these points are exactly what I did last year to have that much success in 2022. It worked. So now I'm like, okay, I did this last year. Okay, watch me now. I'm going to be even more clear, even more specific. My manifesto is going to be even better. My bucket list is going to be even better. My vision board is better. My notebooks, everything is better because I've done it last year. I tried it out. It worked. I got my 6-figure income. I got all of these things that I wanted for 2022. And now it's game on for 2023. But it starts now. It started a couple of weeks ago, but if ever for you, it starts now. And if you do all of these things before January 1st, then thank me later. Half of 2023, let me know how it's going. Right? So that was today's call, guys. I'm going to repeat one more time the 6 points of today to make sure you got them all.
Okay, stopping again before she's finally wrapping up. I did all of these things in 2022 and they worked for me. Now I'm giving you the secret sauce and it will work for you. We see that in MLMs all the time. The success of a leader is not duplicable for the people in their downline. Only for very, very few people. You can copy exactly what she did last year and you're not in the same situation as she is now because you joined at a different point, because you don't have a social media following, because you're not outgoing enough to recruit people and to show yourself on social media in a certain way. So once again, that is false. It is a lie that you can copy what the leaders are doing and then you will be successful as well. You will copy what they're doing because being in an MLM means posting on social media, trying to be inspiring, recruiting people and selling a product here or there. You cannot copy that. And it is false that if you do the same steps as the leaders are doing, that you will do as well too.
So how to set yourself up for success in 2023? Number 1, get rid of what's not serving you, the thoughts, actions, habits, people that are not serving you, right? Number 2, it's time to do a goal setting / evaluation. You could do a Q4 evaluation, goals bucket list, manifesto, goal card, vision board, right? You could, another thing that I didn't say, you can write down your strengths and weaknesses as well. Goals setting. Goals, GOALs. Number 3, getting organized, getting that planner now, getting that calendar now, starting that new routine now, writing down that morning routine now, thinking of that morning routine now, thinking of the new habits now, of the type of podcast you want, buying the books you want to read. This, like, I already have 2 books that I'm going to read next, but right now I'm shopping already for the 3 books after that. I always do that. I don't know why I have this problem, but I do it. Like, I'm reading a book, I have another book to read, and then I order the rest. I feel like it gives me something to look forward to. I don't know, but I always do that. So I'm excited to buy my new books because I don't want to be thinking in February, what book am I going to read? No, I want to already have my book. Okay, so it's getting organized. Number 4, focus on being in a place of feeling good, because you know that when you're in a place of feeling good, you attract and allow the blessings into your life. Number 5, understanding the difference between motivation and dedication. You guys know if you rely on motivation, you're one action away from quitting, right? Motivation is a feeling and it fades away. We have dedication. You will always do the things you said you would, even when you don't feel like it, because you know why you're doing them. And then the last point, number 6, consistency and hard work. Hard work works. Remember that, family. Make sure to do that evaluation before January 1st so you can be ready to take over the world in 2023. So thank you so much for joining the podcast. My name is Sabrina. Once again, you can follow me on Instagram at @It'sSabrinaCVDal.
Thank you, Sabrina. I'm Christina. Thank you for speaking and I can react to this. Once again, to wrap this up, I don't disagree with most of the points she put up. I don't disagree with most of the points she spoke about. These are not necessarily just for you, setting yourself up for success in 2023, but there are certain things that are great, yes. Be dedicated, set yourself up for success by being organized, and all of that stuff. I agree with it. I'm not going through the individual points. One of her goals for the next year, or for this year, should be to not ramble so much, because she's repeating herself over and over again, and that's also something I do occasionally, so reminder to myself, do not repeat yourself too often. In the context of multi-level marketing, I find a lot of these things critical. It seems that she's not just speaking to people who are in WFABB, who are on her team, but also to people who just listen to this. So on the one side, she's trying to be inspirational, I believe, to the people that are on her team, so that they will continue to show up every day, that they will continue to try and recruit people or sell access to the platform, that they will continue to do the work even though things are not looking to fly, so that the top leaders like her can continue to do money. And then on the other side, she's also putting this out as a podcast to entice new people to join the MLM. We are such an inspirational group of people. We're making so much money, and we know the secrets to success. So come and join us and you will be successful as well. That is what I gathered from this call. What did you think about this? Was this inspirational? Do you agree with some of the points? Is there something else that you would have spoken about, something you believe I've missed? Please feel free to leave that in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in as well. My dry and crusty lips and I, we will leave now. I really need to take this off. Liquid lipstick is not for me. I already have naturally dry lips, and I should use something that is more hydrating. That's exactly what I will do now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, feel free to subscribe, leave me a comment, leave a thumbs up. And if you like these videos, maybe I will see you in the next one. I would love it if you would tune in. Thank you. Bye.